faith-based story. Title: The Path to Redemption, Guiding a Child's Way. In the bustling city of New Haven, a modern tale of faith and redemption was about to unfold. In a loving Christian home, Stephen and Mercy Johnson had raised their son, Andy, with the values of faith and purpose. The Johnsons had always emphasized Proverbs 22:6, "Train up a child in the way he should go, even when he is old, he will not depart from it." This verse was etched in their hearts and minds, and it became a guiding light in their parenting journey. Andy grew up in the warmth of the church community and attended Oak Ridge University, where he thrived academically and spiritually. The Johnsons instilled in him a strong moral compass and a passion for helping others. Andy was initially determined to follow his faith and values as he embarked on his college journey. However, like many young adults, Andy's transition to college brought with it a sense of newfound freedom. He joined a diverse group of friends who introduced him to the allure of parties, drinking, and the fast-paced lifestyle of the city. Tempted by the promise of excitement, he began to drift away from the values he had been raised with. His parents, observing the changes in their son, prayed fervently, knowing that their faith would be a beacon of hope in his darkest moments. One weekend, and his friends invited him to a lavish party. There, he met a man named Lloyd, who seemed charming and affluent. Little did he know that his life was about to take a dark turn. Lloyd introduced him to the world of escorting, luring him with promises of financial freedom and a glamorous lifestyle. Andy was ensnared in a life he could never have imagined growing up in his Christian home. The weekends that were once reserved for attending church and spending quality time with his family were now devoted to a life he couldn't share with them, one filled with secrets, deceit, and a growing sense of emptiness. One fateful weekend, Andy was assigned to escort a man named Mr. Caldwell, a wealthy businessman who was old enough to be his father. Mr. Caldwell invited him to a secluded mansion, deep within the city's outskirts. Andy had reservations, but the allure of the money was too tempting to resist. He took a leap of faith in the wrong direction, unaware of the dangers that lay ahead. As the weekend progressed, Andy began to notice unsettling signs. Mr. Caldwell's intentions were far more sinister than he had ever encountered. Mr. Caldwell revealed a chilling plan to use him in a dark ritual that would involve his sacrifice. Fear and panic welled up within him, and he realized the grave mistake he had made by following the wrong path. In the darkest moment of his life, Andy's faith was rekindled. He whispered a desperate prayer, "Lord, if you're there, if you can hear me, please help me now." In that instant, a series of events unfolded that would change the course of Andy's life. An unexpected power outage plunged the mansion into darkness. Mr. Caldwell's sinister plan was disrupted, and he became disoriented. Andy seized this opportunity to escape, fleeing through the unfamiliar corridors, guided by the strength of his faith and determination to survive. As he stumbled through the woods, Andy felt an indescribable peace enveloping him. He knew that God had intervened to save his life. In his heart, he remembered Isaiah 43:2, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you." Andy eventually found his way to a nearby road, where he was picked up by a compassionate stranger who called the authorities. The police arrived at the mansion and apprehended Mr. Caldwell, putting an end to his sinister plans. It was a true turning point in Andy's life, and his faith had become his lifeline in the darkest of moments. As the news of Andy's ordeal spread, his parents were overwhelmed with relief and gratitude. Their unwavering faith had not only carried Andy through his darkest hour but also brought him back to the light. They embraced him with open arms, knowing that their prayers had been answered. Andy's journey to redemption was marked by healing and transformation. He realized the profound impact his faith had in guiding his life back on the right path. He also came to understand the power of choice and the consequences of his decisions. Returning to his Christian values, Andy decided to use his experience to help others. He shared his story with his church community, students at Oak Ridge University, and local youth groups. His testimony became a source of inspiration and a testament to the enduring truth of Proverbs 22:6. In time, Andy began working with organizations dedicated to rescuing individuals caught in the web of human trafficking and providing support for victims. His faith was the driving force behind his mission to prevent others from experiencing the horrors he had faced. Andy's story was a testament to the importance of training up a child in the way he should go. His journey was a modern illustration of faith, redemption, and the resilience of the human spirit. It showed that, even in the darkest moments, God's guiding hand was ever present, ready to lead his children back to the path of righteousness. Stephen and Mercy Johnson looked back on their parenting journey with gratitude. They had instilled in their son the values of faith and purpose, which had ultimately led him back to the light. Their faith had guided them as they trained up their child, and Andy had returned to the path he was meant to walk, forever grateful for the unwavering love and faith of his family.